This is a recording to show off the prototype of the American Baseball Card Museum's Fresno Card Exhibit app to accompany the exhibit. We'll go ahead and launch it. And you note we come to a home screen modeled off the 1975 Topps wrappers. And there are three choices here. We're going to focus first on the bottom choice, which will be really only mostly useful at the actual exhibit itself, because there will be a kiosk set up and it will have a set of these little black and white cards, which we'll see in a moment. The whole premise of the show is that it's players who have something to do with Fresno. Tom Seaver was born and raised in Fresno, so we'll go ahead and launch him, especially because it's prototype and he's the only one who has a little bit of data in it. You'll see when we get there we have kind of a write-up of how Tom Seaver's related to Fresno and some baseball card stats. And on the right would be a list, and of course it's not populated because I don't have all the scans and things. But what you would do is you'd pick a card you want to explore. And so we'll take his rookie, and we bring it out, and you can see as the computer vision kind of goes in and out to connect to it, the black and white nature of these cards. You could flip a card over. Let me see if I can force the computer vision there. If I force the computer vision by being too close, you can see the actual makeup of these cards is nothing more than black and white. And the same card could be used then for any card of the same value. And so here we have the 68 with the top hat all-star rookie trophy design, and we can look in it, we can check out its cartooning and everything else, and read the back of it. And that's in a nutshell the augmented reality cards. Get out of this. If we explore another section of augmented reality, what we'll do is yay, someone tweeting. We will launch an augmented reality reader and be able to point our devices at various cards within the exhibit and get an extra layer of information. For instance, as a test, I will show you Tom Seaver's 1968 78 no-hitter, where if I point at the card, we can actually watch. And I don't hear the sound for whatever reason, but this is just to exemplify that, and if I go off and come back to it, it starts right where it stopped. But there's all different layers of information that can be added. There are just how the players relate to Fresno, stats, baseball card stats, etc. And that's the second portion of the app. A final section is for people who don't actually come to the Fresno card show. The American Baseball Card Museum is just getting off the ground. They'd like some press. It's a non-profit, obviously celebrating baseball cards, and we'd like to use the cards in the manner of, if I was to pick a player, it would get a list of all the cards that are in the show. Right now I just have this Frank Chance, and obviously again data is not completely loaded. And you'd be able to click on it, and you can explore a card by turning it over. And if you see on devices larger than an iPhone Plus, the cards will actually show up as their exact size. So again, this is Tom Seaver has a couple cards loaded in, and you can go ahead and just interact with the cards, and there'll be a little write-up on the right about the cards in both the augmented reality context and in this context. And that is the app in a nutshell. And thank you.